damn, I don't think my wallet's going to be able to support all the great stuff shown at E3 this year. Hello and welcome back to the Ludus Defectishow with me, Ludus Defectishow. So, this week just gone was E3, at which every hardcore gamer on the planet should have known already. Now, if you don't know, E3 is this huge gaming convention where nerds of the world gather to learn about upcoming games, trailers, gameplay demos, demonstrations, everything. This is the place to learn about games. Unfortunately, I was not there because I am English and it's in America and I don't quite have the funds to fly over there just for fun yet. But despite this, I have been keeping on top of all of the news. I know a lot of the games, not all, in fact, relatively few, I imagine. But today I'm going to be counting down my top 10 games shown at E3 this year, but only judging by what was shown at E3 this year. So, Super Smash Bros. Will not be here, sadly, because all it did was announce 3 new characters in Palutena, Pac-Man, and the Mii. But so many characters have been announced already that that's hardly a novelty anymore. It's just... So, Smash Bros. Is not here. Just bear that in mind. And also bear that there may be a heavy leaning towards Nintendo games in this list, because that is where the vast majority of my focus was. So, without further ado, let's crack on. The top 10 games from E3 2014.
So I was a huge fan of Mario vs Donkey Kong Mini's March Again on DSiWare and poured hours upon hours into the level designing workshop in the game. Now we have a whole game centered around that concept, only for a traditional 2D Mario game. And it looks epic. Not only can you switch between the classic and new Super Mario Bros. Looks, not only can levels be designed purely on creative processes, not only can you break the game, but you can swat flies. Take my money!
Congratulations!
And that's how we do it.
An ancient evil.
Well, someone's finally had the gall to point out that will create sonic booms behind the person in question. Sonic Boom is a new series, I guess, of the Sonic franchise with the character redesigns, gameplay changes, and a new show, and 2 new games that have currently been announced. The game looks pretty damn awesome, but I'll get this out of the way first.
You and I have unfinished business. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm pretty sure it's a bad thing.
That is freaking awesome. As it is, there seems to be 3 level types. Speed levels, like your Trad Sonic game, exploration levels, which are more of a brawler, and, you guessed it, exploration types, and boss levels, which do what they say on the can. From demos I've heard of, the only problem is a slow pace.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm pretty sure it's a bad thing.
Cut to a few minutes ago. So I was a huge fan of Mario vs Donkey Kong Mini's March Again on DSiWare and poured hours upon hours into the level designing workshop in the game. With that in mind, it's hardly surprising that this one made the list. There's something about this lemming-style platform puzzler that holds a certain degree of charm and, of course, nostalgia. This time though, it has the horsepower of an 8th gen system behind it. So much cool stuff is here. The creative levels, with a whole load of new features, and of course the old favourite, the workshop. The sharing of which is now powered by Miiverse. This game can only be a ton of fun. Okay, so I'm probably going to have a lot of people trying to kill me in my sleep for not putting this one higher, but no matter. I'm actually curious as to whether back in 2010 everyone was going around making Johto Confirmed into a meme, but doesn't really matter. As it is, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire serve as remakes to 2 of the most beloved Pokemon games. Actually, now I think of it, they're pretty much all beloved. But yeah, we see the starter's new Mega forms and Groudon and Kyogre's Primal forms globally kicking ass. Other than that, it's a Pokemon game on the Gen 6 engine. What did you expect? Nintendo have built a sort of reputation for themselves that involves not doing much outside of their pre-established IPs. Mario, Zelda, Metroid, these are all awesome IPs, but after a while we want something more. Well, Nintendo are breaking habits this E3 because their new third-person shooter, Splatoon, may well be the IP we've been craving. The game itself is reminiscent of Capture Points in TF2, but not. The objective is to paint as much of the map in your paint colour as you possibly can. The paint is released from bullets, bombs, rockets, anything really. Once an area is painted in your colour, you can transform into a squid and move through it at high speeds. This is a 4v4 experience that's a first for Nintendo, and is definitely one I would like to pick up. I've been excited for this game since the initial announcement in the Nintendo Direct a few months back. Since then I've been wondering many things about it. One of which was, there are many wars in the Zelda canon that haven't been put into a game. The original war between Hylia and Demise, the Hylian Civil War, the Sealing War. Which one could it be? This trailer kinda sums that by having Midna, making it plain that this will not be part of the Zelda canon, which is disappointing. Now we have that negative point out of the way, onto the positives. Link mowing down hundreds of bokoblins. Zelda mowing down hundreds of bokoblins. Impa mowing down hundreds of bokoblins. Midna mowing down hundreds of bokoblins. Ooh, I get the feeling this will be guilty pleasure of the year. And for those who say it's just a reskin Dynasty Warriors, that's right. I just haven't played Dynasty Warriors yet. I know that most of my close friends will be surprised at this one. My most anticipated game of all time, only at number 4. Nuts, right? Remember though, it's only based on what was shown at E3, and this one was kind of underwhelming. After 2 epic-scaled trailers showing an enormous world with great big mech suits and ridiculous combat against massive dinosaurs, a story trailer wasn't really what I was looking for. The other thing is, we finally have X's name, and it's a bit lazy sounding. Xenoblade Chronicles X. You just shoved the temporary title at the end of the name of your last game. Xenoblade was awesome, and I can't argue with a sequel. Be that as it may, we seem to have storytelling on par with that of the original, with a great Japanese voice cast here. Can we have Brits again in the European release? Pretty please? Anywho, anything with a knock-on in it is fine by me. Do I have to say any more than it's an open-world Batman game with a Batmobile in it? Well, yeah, or this video wouldn't be very good, but come on! The Batman Arkham series is the most critically acclaimed superhero game series of all time, and the thrilling conclusion is coming our way with all of Gotham to explore in your snazzy new ride. Scarecrow's our main villain, and there's an awesome-looking newcomer known as Arkham Knight, whom my friend is convinced is Jason Todd. But if tearing through the streets, soaring over the skyline, and generally being the Batman isn't good enough for you, you should probably see a psychiatrist. Even I'm tempted to save for a PS4 for this. This, and my number 2 spot. I'm going to say some cool or interesting things, one after another. The French Revolution. Parkouring through, atop and around buildings. Assassin's Creed. A smorgasbord of things to do. A living, breathing artificial city where an active AI is in every citizen. Online co-op in Assassin's Creed. All of the above and more can be found in Ubisoft's latest entry in their beloved franchise. You could feel the raw power of the PS4 and Xbox One emanating from the gameplay footage shown. A rehauled parkour system, controlled descent, seamless building interiors, murder mystery side quests, fighting for freedom, being one of the legendary assassins. Assassin's Creed Unity has so much to offer, it's astounding that they intend to get it out a mere year after Black Flag. If PlayStations and Xboxes weren't flying off the shelves already, they certainly will be as Ubisoft leaps with their franchise into the next generation.
Football is the greatest drama on earth.
What the hell is that shit?
Though ACU came close, no game on this list so far has had the ability to have my eyes literally pop out of my head. Anuma-san managed it in a single sentence. Those mountains? Those mountains? Those mountains! Holy! Indeed, this game has the world scale of the likes of Skyrim. As it turns out, Anuma-san is tired of the linear 3D Zeldas and wants to recreate the feel of the early top-down Zeldas. You can approach an area from any direction. There is no defined entrance and exit. This is an astoundingly good idea. Zelda invented the open world. The more modern games have become steadily more linear, Skyward Sword being particularly so. A Link Between Worlds made progress, but this is knocking it out of the frickin' park. This trailer ignites so much intrigue in me. Why is Link wearing blue? Is this the start of the game? What's with the sci-fi arrow? Can we pull off these maneuvers in-game? Why am I so hyped over a cinematic? The answers are as of yet unknown, but for now I'm left with more hype for this game than the world collectively has for Smash 4. Nintendo, if you can pull this off and market it properly, you have a get out of bankruptcy free card.
So yeah, that's my take on E3 2014. Did I miss any games that you're looking forward to? Are you really looking forward to some of them, like I'm looking forward to Zelda U? Let me know down below, because I always like to know what you think. That's our question of the video, right there. So, yeah, it's been good making another top 10. I enjoy making them, even though they take like a whole day to produce. I won't be doing these too often. Reviews will definitely be more frequent. I just happen to do them every, like, happen to do this one 2 weeks after the last one, just because that's how things turned out. I didn't even know E3 was this week until last week, so, Anyway, having not rambled much, I think now's about the time to say I've been rambling a bit much, so I've been Ludus Defectishow, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time on the Ludus Defectishow.